Hi, credit union friends. We're here with Kevin McKenna from Bethpage Federal Credit Union out on Long Island in New York. And he's here to talk about new market expansion. Hi, Kevin. Welcome.
Hi, Julie. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited.
Me
When
too.
I first talked with you and heard about what you do with new branch openings in new markets, I loved it because I often, for as long as I can remember, have said that business development should be a team sport. So, Kevin, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do for Bethpage?
So I oversee our seg relationships and also helping cultivate new relationships. Bethpage is now evolved into a credit union that can service our members coast to coast. So it's a
Yeah.
really exciting time as we're looking for new opportunities, not only here in the Northeast, but further into the country as well.
I've been telling everybody that you guys are the credit union to watch in 2025 because you are rebranding and you have a movement that is just bold and amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
We do. It's called Money Like a Woman. And I suggest everyone go to our website, lovebethpage.com, and check it out. It's going to have some great impact as we expand nationwide.
That's great. Yeah. And what's your new name going to be?
Four Leaf.
Yeah. Exciting. So
Yes,
everyone
very
watch
exciting.
Bethpage and definitely check out the movement. Linda and your entire team has done an amazing job with that. So when you launch a new market, you bring everyone together. And can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
So what we want to do is familiarize ourselves with the neighborhoods that we serve. We want to educate on the credit union difference and bring awareness to the impact and commitment that a credit union is going to offer compared to other financial institutions.
So can you tell me a little bit about who is on this Blitz team? Like, how do
Absolutely.
you assemble the group?
Yeah. So our CEO, Linda, her motto is it takes a village, and that perfectly summarizes the effectiveness of collaboration. When we go on blitzes, we include members of multiple teams. So we have business development, community engagement, our retail teams, marketing, consumer lending, mortgages. And what we're looking to do is canvas the neighborhood and to promote the branch opening. What I like to call the Bethpage hug. You go out, introduce yourselves, soon to be the four leaf hug, I should say. What we want to do is go out, introduce yourselves, bring awareness to the branch opening, answer questions, hand out giveaways, but just have a nice conversation and keep it simple. Nobody wants a hard sale. In fact, if you go for the hard sale, it's going to result in the opposite of what you're looking to achieve.
That's what I like about this is you're really doing it to build rapport and say hello. Because what I understand when we talked before, you don't really make an ask at that point, right? You're just saying, hey, we're in the neighborhood. This is
We're
who I
here.
am. This is who the credit
Yeah.
union is. We're excited.
Come say hi. And there's a lot
Yeah,
of benefits. One of the real great benefits also internally is that by having all these different departments working together that wouldn't normally work together on a day-to-day, you're fostering colleagues and developing camaraderie internally. So not only are you building relationships outside in the neighborhoods, but you're also helping develop relationships internally amongst your work colleagues, which is a great benefit.
that is a great benefit. And it gets them all invested in the success of the new market.
When we go and canvass the neighborhood, what we're looking to do is identify all the businesses that we can hopefully build a relationship with. And that might be small business lending, it might be from a seg perspective, it could just be a community relationship. We're also heavily collaborative with our community engagement teams. So what we want to do is identify the charitable giving aspects that we can hopefully support and give them something they can work with. So when we go out, we're looking for businesses, but we also want to identify the resource centers, chambers of commerce, and the local officials as well. So on average, we're going to blitz 2 or 3 times leading up to the grand opening. And once the grand opening happens, we like to schedule a networking event where we're going to invite all the people that we met just to say thank you and also to help build the relationships going forward and also give them a platform to help build a relationship as well. But they have a great time, and you'll be surprised how many people own businesses and work across the street from each other who have never met one another. So they're appreciative of us bringing them together.
Oh, you're a connector. I love that. Tell me a little bit about the outcome, the goals and the outcome of this. Like, so we go out, we blitz, we're out connecting with people. What's expected of each of the team members then for follow-up for next steps?
Usually the goal is just to bring as much awareness to the branch as you can. We also like to identify local businesses that we can partner with, and that's really important is we've partnered in the past with local pizzerias, bakeries, coffee shops, looking for a fun takeaway for our members, but also show and demonstrate our commitment to being local as well. You're not going to open up a branch in Ozone Park, Queens, and use a fast food pizza place. You can't do that. Not when you have some of the best
Yeah,
pizza in the
what would
world right
happen?
around
I
the
wonder.
corner. Right. So it just shows our demonstration. We want to promote local business and build those partnerships and relationships.
Yeah, so right out of the gate, you're showing that you're super hyper local.
Yes.
What about how do you do the research? Who's responsible for the research? I mean, yeah, I assume it's just hard to go out and just beat the pavement, but what kind of research do you do going into the Blitz to make sure it's time well spent?
So that's a great question because my manager, Justin, actually takes care of a lot of the research that we do prior to the Blitz, and he'll spend time scouring Google Maps, looking for different places that, are of interest to visit. And it's a great way to start, but we always find when you're actually on the street, it's the best way to identify what's actually there. Technology is great and it's a great tool, but it doesn't compare to just walking the neighborhood and seeing what's in that neighborhood and meeting the people. So we
All
like to
right.
prepare, but what we prepare for is very rarely what we actually engage on the day of.
Yeah. Yeah. The magic of grassroots.
That's
And
right.
this is what this is reminding me of, that
That's
there's
right.
still so much value in just, saying hello and stopping by and introducing yourself and putting a face to a name.
Yeah, a great
Fantastic.
example, our Sunnyside branch, when it opened up last year during the Blitz, we had spoken to a lot of the local businesses. The amount of people in the neighborhood who thanked us for beautifying the neighborhood by building a new branch and really just stood out so nicely on the corner. And it stood there unused for some time and it was an eyesore. And so we came in and built a beautiful branch. And the amount of people that thanked us for that on the Blitz was really impressive. It went to show you
Mm.
just how appreciative the neighborhood was of us coming in.
So, well, I'm excited to see all of the new branches rolling across the country and the Bethpage going into four leaf brand. Are you going to come all the way to Oregon while I see you here?
I hope so. I'm sure eventually
Okay.
we'll get there.
Kevin, I know that you are a large organization, right? In the scheme of credit unions across the country, Bethpage is very big. You have the resources to be able to put these teams together and get out there. What recommendation do you have for maybe a smaller organization? Because this blitzing even works if you're moving across town, right? You can just go into a new neighborhood and maybe they do know your name. Do you feel like this is doable for a smaller organization if like the executives and different people get involved? And can you just do short little blitzes? I mean, could you go out for an hour at a time even? Would that work?
Absolutely. If you have a large team and they can cover a large area, that's great. But if you only have a few people and you only have a small amount of time, there's still a lot of value in just walking the streets and saying hi to your neighbors. Let them know you're there, that you're thinking about them. If you want to bring them some cookies or treats, that never hurts. But
Mhm.
there's always value in just walking around and giving a handshake to your neighbors.
Yeah. What I'm hearing is take whatever action you can, but make sure that you get out of the branch walls and meet your neighbors and meet the community and find ways to collaborate.
What also sets us apart in the credit union world, we are focused on serving the community and serving our members. So it never hurts just to walk around and just say hi and remind them that you're there to help and ask them if you can help them with anything. If they need anything, you're right down the
Mhm.
block.
Yeah, yeah. And the more you do that, the more you uncover what are the problems that you can solve. You find those collaborative opportunities, you find the needs. It's really a win. And also, I mean, just really a must as we move forward and continue to try to build relationships in new markets and our existing markets. So, Kevin, as you know, we end on a social spotlight. And so who do you follow and why?
You can't go wrong on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is full of professionals where you can get a lot of great ideas and advice. But to me, reading local is always the best. Read your local newspapers, stay on top of what's going on within your communities. You can't go wrong reading your local paper.
Fantastic. Read your local, stay local, like understand what's happening right where you are.
That's right.
That's great. Well, thank you, Kevin, for joining us and sharing your Blitz strategy. I hope everyone's inspired. Everyone out there who's opening a new branch in 2025, think about how you're going to get boots on the ground out in the community. And I really just appreciate you sharing that with all of us. Thanks for joining us, Kevin.
Thanks, Julie. This was fun. It's great seeing you.
Great seeing you too. We'll see you
Bye.
next time, everyone.